In Buddhism, karma is not only personal. There are actually two different kinds of karma: individual karma and collective karma. Individual karma refers to the patterns, struggles, and tendencies that belong specifically to you. This includes things like your personality, your fears, certain relationship struggles, or recurring emotional patterns in your life. It's the question many people quietly ask themselves: why does this keep happening to me? Even people raised in the same family can live completely different lives. One sibling may struggle deeply with anxiety or illness, while another does not. According to Buddhism, this is individual karma. The momentum created through one's own past thoughts, actions, habits, and mental conditioning. But Buddhism also teaches something called collective karma. This is the shared karma of a group, society, nation, or even humanity itself. The time period you're born into, the culture surrounding you, economic collapse, war, natural disasters, pandemics. These are experiences that affect entire groups of people at once. So while individual karma shapes your personal current, collective karma shapes the ocean everyone is swimming in together. And the two are never truly separate. They are constantly interacting with one another. For example, imagine a major earthquake. The earthquake itself is collective karma. It affects an entire region, but how each person experiences that event may differ greatly. One person survives unharmed, another loses everything, another discovers unexpected compassion and human connection in the aftermath. So even within the same shared event, individual karma still shapes personal experience. But Buddhism teaches something deeply hopeful. Even though we cannot control every external condition around us, we can transform the way we respond internally. And as individuals transform themselves, they begin influencing the world around them. In this sense, transforming society begins with transforming consciousness itself, one person at a time. When a person stops planting seeds of anger, fear, greed, division, and ego, and begins planting awareness, compassion, wisdom, courage, and understanding, their inner world begins to change. And when many individuals begin making that shift together, the collective consciousness of society also changes. Families change, communities change, nations change, not through force, not through domination, but through the quiet accumulation of conscious actions repeated day after day. A helpful way to understand this is through the image of ripples in water. When a small stone is dropped into a still lake, the first ripple seems tiny and almost insignificant. But the water does not keep the effect to itself. The ripple expands outward in every direction, touching the entire surface little by little. One movement creates another. A single point of impact becomes a shared movement across the whole lake. Karma works in a similar way. Every thought, every word, every action creates invisible ripples that move outward into the lives of others and into the collective consciousness of society. An act of anger can spread fear and suffering far beyond the original moment. But a single act of compassion, sincerity, wisdom, or courage can also travel outward, influencing families, communities, and even future generations. This is why collective karma is not separate from individual karma. Collective karma is simply the accumulation of countless individual ripples interacting together. So when one person transforms their inner life, replacing hatred with understanding, greed with generosity, or confusion with awareness, they are not changing only themselves. They are changing the movement of the entire water. Even a small stone can disturb a still lake. In the same way, even one awakened action can begin transforming collective karma, not through force, but through continuous ripples of conscious causes spreading outward, one life touching another. And this leads directly into one of Buddhism's deepest teachings, dependent origination. The idea that nothing exists independently. Everything arises through causes, conditions, and interconnected relationships. In the next video, we'll explore how dependent origination explains the deeper mechanics behind karma, suffering, identity, and the invisible web connecting all life together.